So you found a home that you fell in love with, and then you go see your mortgage broker. You make good money, but then he starts digging into your expenses. And all of a sudden, you know what could be killing your chances of buying that beautiful townhome, that beautiful home that you love so much? A lot of times it's this. I'm going to show you why. All right, so you're asking yourself, Jay, you're an idiot. What does a Starbucks have to do with my ability to buy a house? And I'm going to tell you right now. And I teach this to kids at some of the high schools around here in some financial kind of 101 type, how to be a responsible human being in the high schools. And I wanted to show you the effect of this as part of your daily habit on your ability to buy the home that you love, okay? Simple math. Let's say that you go into Starbucks every day during the work week, 5 days a week on your way to work, and you buy a $5 Frappuccino, okay? $5 times 5 days a week equals $25 per week, okay? A lot of people do that. I see it all the time. And let's say you do that 4 weeks a month, right? You do it all month long. So that's $100 per month. You do it all year long. So then you do it 12 months out of the year, and all of a sudden that 100 now is $1,200 per year, okay? That's our number. Now, you get a mortgage these days, 3.5%. And so if you're paying principal and interest on that mortgage, it usually equates to about 5% total, okay? 3.5%, and then about 1.5% your principal payment. Very typical these days, okay? Now I'm gonna get out my pink pen because red to me is negative, and this is the closest as I have. My red pen is dead right now. So that 5%, let me tell you how this equates out. If you take that 1,200 and you divide it by 0.05, that is going to tell you something. That is going to give you on your calculator the number $24,000. That means that this $1,200 that you spent that year equates to you being able to not afford $24,000 more of mortgage, okay? Most people put 20% down on a house, some people put less or more. We're gonna go with 20%, it's kind of an average, okay? Kind of a high average, to be honest with you. But that's very typical, we see it a lot. That 20% down, this mortgage amount that you can no longer afford equates to $30,000 of home that you now cannot afford because of this $1,200 a year that you spent on coffee, okay? And you can get that number by taking 24,000 and dividing it by 0.8. That's just the arithmetic that you could figure out. So just trust me, $5 a day, okay, on that Frappuccino that you suck through a straw on your way to work in 3 minutes is $1,200 a year. Okay, which then means you can't afford $24,000 more of mortgage, which then means you can't afford $30,000 more of house. So, now the blue pen. If you are in a situation where you want to buy that's dead too, just like my cash flow from coffee. If you want to buy a $350,000 home, now you can't afford $30,000 more and you can't afford this, let's say, you have to come in at $320,000, right? Because you can afford $30,000 less than that. Let's say they're in multiple offer situations, or the offers are $340,000, $350,000, $360,000. You can't afford your dream home because you spent $5 a day on Frappuccinos. That is how Starbucks is destroying homeownership. Bit dramatic, but that's the math. And get water next time and enjoy your house. See you next week on the Real Estate Minute Show.